For years, I explained myself to people who never planned to understand me, and every explanation took a little more life out of my voice, because I truly believed that if I stayed gentle, patient, and kind, one day they would finally see who I really was. But that day never came. My name is Elsie, and I grew up learning that a woman's strength is measured by how much she can tolerate without complaining. So when I got married, I carried that lesson into my new home like a silent promise, telling myself I would adjust, I would respect everyone, I would keep the peace no matter how heavy my heart felt. And in the beginning, I tried harder than anyone ever noticed, waking up before sunrise, learning everyone's habits, cooking carefully so no one would find fault, speaking softly so I wouldn't sound demanding, smiling even when I was exhausted. But slowly I started to feel like I was disappearing. My opinions were ignored as if they didn't matter. My feelings were brushed aside as if they were unnecessary. Decisions about my own life were made without my presence. And whenever something went wrong in the house, the silence would quietly turn toward me, making me feel guilty without anyone saying a word. The hardest part was my husband's distance, because he saw my struggle clearly. He knew how much effort I was putting in, yet he chose silence again and again, and every time he stayed quiet, I felt more alone. Like I was standing in the middle of a crowded room where no one could hear me. And over time, I stopped sharing my pain because no one listened. I stopped expecting comfort because it only led to disappointment. Nights became long and heavy as I lay awake questioning myself, replaying every word I spoke during the day, wondering what I could have done differently to be valued, wondering why love felt like something I had to earn every single day. Until one evening, sitting alone in complete silence, I asked myself a question that changed me deeply. Why am I explaining my pain to people who are comfortable ignoring it? And that moment didn't bring anger. It brought clarity, and quietly, without announcing it to anyone, I stopped explaining. I stopped defending myself. I stopped shrinking to make others comfortable. And instead, I turned inward, focusing on my growth, my emotional strength, my self-respect. I began valuing my time, protecting my peace, and slowly rebuilding the parts of myself I had abandoned. And something unexpected happened. My calm unsettled the same people who once ignored me. My silence spoke louder than my tears ever did. My absence in conversations made them notice what they had taken for granted. And one day, when I finally spoke, not to justify myself, but simply to express my truth, the room fell quiet, and in that stillness, I understood something that healed me deeply. I was never weak. I was never too quiet. I was simply giving my voice to people who never deserved it, and choosing myself didn't make noise. It didn't create drama. It just brought me back to life.